Thanks for listening to the Southern Star Election 2020 podcast. Don't forget to pick up this week's Southern Star for all the latest election news, including interviews with candidates, analysis and comment. Available every Thursday in shops across West Cork and online from anywhere in the world via www.southernstar.ie. The Southern Star, your go-to destination for election 2020.
Welcome to the Southern Star's Election 2020 podcast and some breaking news this afternoon. It appears Taoiseach Leo Varadkar is on his way to the Áras to dissolve the Dáil. I'm Siobhan Cronin, news editor with the Southern Star, and I'm joined here by our editor, Con Downing, and we're going to have a quick look at Cork South West constituency and how things might pan out over the next 4 to 5 weeks. So, Con, it looks like we're in election mode and campaign is on.
Yes.
So what do you think is going to happen in Cork South West? It's a 3-seater constituency. At the moment we've one Fianna Fáil, one Fine Gael, one independent.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Like last time out, it seemed very predictable, but I don't think it is this time around, because I think that there's probably an unprecedented opportunity here for Fianna Fáil to gain a seat. And if they gain the seat at Fine Gael's expense, it will be historic, really, because Fine Gael have dominated this constituency for so many years, and they've only very rarely been reduced below to one seat. So normally they've had 2. So it is going to be a difficult one, all right.
A bit of a dogfight, really. And of course, the one factor in all this is that Jim Daly, the current sitting TD and Junior Minister for Health, is not going for re-election. So that's opened up quite an interesting debacle there now for the party, and as a result even Fianna Fáil are in a bit of chaos. So talk us through that. Yeah,
well, I suppose Jim Daly would have been regarded as their strongest candidate, having been a junior minister. So his loss is immense. It means that while Senator Tim Lombard has experience as a senator in the Oireachtas, he hasn't in the Dáil, and he's very much at the eastern end of the constituency, and they have chosen Karen Coakley then, who's a county councillor only since the end of last May, who is not very experienced or high profile at the moment. So it will be a very difficult and uphill battle for them to retain even the one seat that Jim Daly holds for Fine Gael at the moment.
And up to last week we only had one Fianna Fáil candidate running, and the county mayor has been added to the ticket since then. Yeah,
the county mayor, Christopher O'Sullivan, has a very high profile due to being county mayor at the moment, and he's going to be working in tandem with Margaret Murphy O'Mahony, the sitting TD, to try and win 2 seats for Fianna Fáil. And how that goes is hard to say, really, but in fact it will be difficult, I'd say, for Margaret Murphy O'Mahony when Christopher's base in Clonakilty is so close to Bandon. So a lot of the votes will have to be harvested on the western end of the constituency. But of course we know then that Michael Collins has dominated the peninsulas on the western end, so there might not be an awful lot of votes to hoover up.
Yeah, for them there. And what about Sinn Féin? Do you think Paul Hayes has a good stab at this?
Paul will pick up what vote there is out there for Sinn Féin. Last time he just barely managed in the county council elections at the end of May just to scrape in to win the last seat in the Skibbereen electoral area, but he'll be appealing to a wider support base in the Cork South West constituency.
And of course we also have Holly Carnes, who is in a high profile relationship with the county mayor, but she's running for the Social Democrats and she scraped in as well in the local elections. Do you think she is in with a shout at all?
I suppose, like Karen Coakley, she's a newcomer to county council politics, and this is another step up for her. I mean, she got her seat by just one vote in the county council election, so it is a big ask for her to make an impact. And I suppose the Social Democrats wouldn't have a huge base here in West Cork, so it's difficult to see her winning a seat. But then hope springs eternal.
Exactly. So it's all to play for, really, Cork South West.
Very much so.
Anything could happen over the next few weeks. It looks like the date will be set this afternoon for February the 8th, which makes it the first Saturday election for quite a, if ever. I'm not sure if we had a Saturday election before, but it's been traditionally Friday for the last few years. So thank you for listening to the Southern Star Election 2020 podcast. If you like these podcasts, make sure to rate, review and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.